Many thanks for joining today's edition of Aso Briefing. I am Richard Alechinwanyebe. Our top stories. President Tinubu to visit KB for project commissioning Argungu Festival. NIMET predicts 3 days sunshine cloudiness from Monday. And Business Debt Management Office says introduction of government bonds, Sukuk, has enhanced Nigeria's capital markets. You are watching Aso Briefing. Don't forget that you can watch us live on DSTV channel 392, StarTimes TV channel 127, and on Free TV, look us up on channel 507. On the UHF band, you can find us on channel 38. This news is also streaming live on our Facebook and YouTube channels. Now we go ahead to details of all our stories. KB State Governor Nasiru Idris has announced that President Bola Tinubu will embark on a 2-day state visit to KB to commission projects executed by his administration. Governor Idris revealed that the president will also attend the Argungu International Fishing and Cultural Festival, scheduled to be held from February 11th to 14th. Speaking on Sunday while receiving defectors from other political parties who joined the All Progressives Congress APC from Jega local government area, Governor Idris urged citizens to welcome the president. The governor also highlighted the participants from across Nigeria and beyond are expected to attend the Argungu International Festival. On the recent political defections, Governor Idris commended the newcomers for their foresight and assured them of equal treatment within the APC. He further noted that his administration has executed several development projects in the Jega area council and pledged to sustain its development drive across the state. The Argungu International Fishing and Cultural Festival 61st edition marks the return of the festival after its postponement in 2025 to allow for infrastructural improvements. The festival will be held at the Matamfada River and is themed around unity, cultural heritage, and the end of the farming season. Now, President Bola Tinubu is to embark on a historic state visit to the United Kingdom later this month, following an invitation from King Charles III. The British royal family, confirming this in a statement posted on its official X handle on Sunday, said President Bola Tinubu and his wife Oluremi Tinubu will be received at Windsor Castle, west of London, on March 18th and 19th by King Charles and Queen Camilla. Presidential aide Bayo Onunuga also confirmed the development, describing it as a landmark moment in Nigeria-UK relations. The visit is significant as it marks the first time a Nigerian leader will be received in the United Kingdom with full state honors since 1989, when then military president General Ibrahim Babangida was hosted by Queen Elizabeth II. Babangida's 4-day visit included a stay at the royal residence and a state banquet at Buckingham Palace. Only 2 Nigerian other leaders had undertaken formal state visits to the UK, General Yakubu Gowon in June 1973 and President Shehu Shagari in 1981. The federal government will on Monday, which is today, convene a National Economic Council conference aimed at strengthening economic coordination and accelerating inclusive growth across Nigeria's 36 states. The conference, scheduled for February 9th to 10th, 2026, at the banquet hall of the Presidential Villa Abuja, will be presided over by Vice President Senator Kashim Shettima, who chairs the council. A statement issued by the Senior Special Assistant to the President and Information and Communications Office of the Vice President, Stanley Nkocha, said the meeting would bring together state governors and key national stakeholders to deliberate on critical microeconomic priorities. The 2-day conference, organized by the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Senator Atiku Bagudu, will focus on fiscal coordination, investment mobilization, and the development of shared strategies between the federal and state governments. With the theme of the conference is Delivering Inclusive Growth and Sustainable Development, the renewed Hope National Development Plan. It is expected to shape far-reaching policy directions for states as they align with the federal government's long-term economic agenda. President Bola Tinubu will attend the event as special guest of honor alongside senior government officials, development partners, and private sector leaders as the federal government continues to deepen reforms under the renewed Hope agenda. The President of the Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio, has directed the reconvening of plenary for an emergency sitting on Tuesday, February 10th, 2026. A statement signed by the clerk of the Senate, Emmanuel Odo, indicates that all senators are kindly requested to attend. The emergency sitting will commence at 12 noon. Now, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Barrister Ezinwunye Wike, has threatened to sack the coordinator of the Satellite Towns Development Department over poor refuse management in parts of Abuja's satellite towns. The warning came during an inspection of ongoing road projects across Karachi, Apu, Buari, and Kubwa. Our correspondent, Usman Katun Umar, has more.
Minister of the FCT, Barrister Ezinwunye Wike, has warned that officials found negligent in the management of satellite towns will face sanctions, including dismissal. Speaking during an inspection of the Orozo-Karachi Road, the minister expressed concern over heaps of refuse along the corridor. Describing the situation as unacceptable, he warned that failure to address the issue by Monday would lead to the termination of appointments of those responsible, insisting that development cannot be compromised by poor oversight. The inspection tour covered several ongoing road projects across satellite towns of the Federal Capital Territory. In Karachi, the minister said all roads are being reconstructed by a Nigerian contractor, while the long-abandoned Apo Karachi Road has been re-awarded to SCC Construction Company after a previous contract was rescinded. He also inspected the Buari-Kuba Road, describing it as a critical link expected to boost economic activities in communities along the corridor. The minister explained that the project aligned with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's directive to develop a strategic and resilient road networks across the FCT, extending infrastructure development beyond the city center.
So it's a massive infrastructure going on in the FCT and the satellite towns. Of course, the economy will change. People will be very happy. People have never seen road in their life. At least if you went with us to Buare, going to Kubwa, it's unbelievable. But I'm happy that we have the opportunity to support Mr. President to achieve the hope agenda.
Commenting further on refuse management in Orozo and Karachi, Barrister Wike said accountability remains central to the FCT administration's development agenda, warning that any official undermining progress will be held responsible.
One of the Karu, all the roads in Karu will be inaugurated by May, June this year. The one of Apo Karachi, you were there when I asked the managing director of SCC, he said by the end of the year, but they are going to push, the landscape there. It's not an easy job, but we believe that by the end of the year, that road will be handed over. Again, the one of Buari to Kubwa by the end of the year. This one, we are here now by May, June, they will hand over this.
On completion timelines, the minister disclosed that the Buari-Kuba Road, measuring about 16 to 17 kilometers, is scheduled for completion by May, while other major infrastructure projects across the satellite towns are expected to be delivered before the end of the year. He added that landscaping and environmental improvements have been directed to be completed within the year to enhance the overall outlook of the communities. Usman Katun Umar, Aso Television News.
We were warned about this marriage. Because we did not listen, the young maiden is dead.
Nana, come here. Hi. Why do you speak so freely with a stranger from Ajani?
We were just talking about offering Ojigijag a seat on the council.
The gods be praised.
He has 2 wives. So why are you making it look like it is a big deal?
We are a nation blessed with people of diverse cultures, religions, languages, and opinions. It is ironic that we are now being ripped apart by our greatest strength, our diversity. We have allowed intolerance, insensitivity, bigotry, and killed by mere declared. Nigeria unite.
This message is brought to you by Abuja Broadcasting Corporation, owners and operators of Aso Radio 93.5 FM Abuja, Aso Television DSTV Channel 392, Star Times Terrestrial Channel 127, Free TV Channel 507, People's TV Channel 285, and UHF Channel 38.
Glad to have you back. We sincerely apologize for that break in transmission. Now that we are back, we continue with the rest of the bulletin. Senator Philip Tanimu Aduda and his wife, Princess Hawa Aduda, have donated a sum of 7.5 million naira to the Evangelical Church Winning All Ekwa District, Piakasa District Council Church during the 2026 Ekwa Women's Annual Conference held in Abuja. The donation, which was made to support the conference and advance the work of God, is expected to assist in funding various activities, programs, and initiatives of the Ekwa Women Fellowship. The annual conference, which attracted women from across the district, served as a platform for spiritual growth, development, leadership development, and community outreach. Speaking at the event, Senator Aduda commended the vital role women play in shaping communities and strengthening family values. He noted that supporting faith-based initiatives contributes significantly to social development, moral upbringing, and community cohesion. Princess Hawa Aduda, in her remarks, encouraged participants to remain steadfast in service, leadership, and faith, stressing that the Women Fellowship provides a strong platform for empowering women to make positive impacts in their families and the larger society. Church leaders and participants expressed deep appreciation to Senator and Mrs. Aduda for their generous gesture, describing the donation as timely and impactful, and noting that it would further enhance the effectiveness of programs under the Ekwa Women Fellowship. The Nigerian Meteorological Agency, NIMET, has predicted cloudiness and sunshine from Monday, which is today, to Wednesday across the country. NIMET's weather outlook released on Sunday in Abuja predicted sunny and cloudy skies over the northern region throughout the forecast period. According to NIMET, sunny and cloudy skies are anticipated over the region throughout the forecast period. It predicted sunny skies over the southern region with patches of clouds over the region and chances of isolated thunderstorms, accompanied with light rains over parts of Bayelsa, Rivers, Akwa Ibom, and Cross River states later in the day. According to NIMET, sunny and hazy skies are expected over the northern region on Wednesday during the morning hours, with dust haze over the region during the afternoon and evening periods. The agency envisaged sunny and hazy skies over the central region during the forecast period. NIMET predicted cloudy skies over the southern region with sunny intervals over the region in the morning hours, with chances of isolated thunderstorms, and light over parts of Anambra, Imo, Abia, Edo, Bayelsa, Delta, Cross River, Akwa Ibom, and Rivers states. NIMET also advised people with asthmatic health condition and other respiratory issues to take heed of the present weather condition. Personnel of the Federal Road Safety Corps have averted a major disaster following a lone fuel tanker crash at the Nepa roundabout along Amadu Bello Way in Kaduna State. The incident occurred in the early hours of Sunday, 8th of February 2026, after the FRSC received a distress call at about 7:15 a.m. A rescue team from the Kaduna Sector Command was immediately deployed to the scene. On arrival, the team secured the area and closed all access routes to the crashed tanker to prevent secondary crashes and possible fire outbreaks, while traffic was diverted to ensure smooth vehicular movement within the metropolis. Officials of the Federal Fire Service and the Nigerian Police Force also joined the operation, working with the FRSC to evacuate the fuel and remove the tanker from the road. No casualties were recorded. The Corps commended motorists for their cooperation and urged continued patience while recovery efforts were ongoing. A 62-year-old Lagos-based businessman has been arrested by operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, at the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport, Kano, for attempting to smuggle cocaine to China. This was disclosed in a statement signed by the Director of Media and Advocacy, NDLEA Headquarters, Abuja, Femi Babafemi. According to the agency, he was apprehended on Saturday during the outward clearance of passengers traveling to China via Addis Ababa on Ethiopian Airlines flight ET940. A body scan conducted by NDLEA officers confirmed that he had ingested illicit drugs, after which he was placed under medical observation. While under observation, the agency said the suspect expelled a total of 95 jumbo-sized wraps of cocaine weighing 1.589 kilograms in 7 excretions. NDLEA said he told investigators that he is involved in the clothing and auto spare parts business in Lagos and claimed he resorted to drug trafficking to raise funds to complete a house he is building in his village, Iwolo, Enugu State. In separate operations across the country, NDLEA operatives recorded several major interceptions and arrests. In the Federal Capital Territory, officers recovered 627.7 kilograms of skunk, a strain of cannabis, from a makeshift warehouse within Foms Plaza, Kubwa. The Nigerian Immigration Service has dismissed reports suggesting that any region of the country has been excluded from passport issuance, describing such claims as false and misleading. In a statement issued by the Service Public Relations Officer, DCI Akinshola Akinlabi, the Nigerian Immigration Service said the report was a gross misrepresentation of ongoing reforms in the passport administration. The statement stressed that claims alleging that a specific region has been disqualified from passport issuance are entirely untrue and misleading. According to the service, a phased onboarding system was introduced as part of efforts to modernize passport production across the country. The reform, which began in 2024, is aimed at improving efficiency, integrity, and security in passport processing. The Nigerian Immigration Service explained that the modernization exercise is designed to enhance service delivery nationwide and not to exclude any citizen or region. Akinlabi disclosed that passport offices in Borno, Yobe, Benue, Kogi, Nasarawa, Niger, and Plateau states, as well as 35 international stations, have already been onboarded into the new system. He further revealed that passport offices in the 5 southeast states, alongside additional foreign missions, are currently being migrated. The ongoing migration covers Abia, Anambra, Ebonyi, Enugu, and Imo states, as well as stations in Italy, Greece, Spain, Switzerland, and Austria. The Service Public Relations Officer urged members of the public to ignore unverified reports and advised Nigerians to disregard speculative narratives capable of creating unnecessary tension. The Commander, Nigerian Forest Service, Bawa Kata, has called on the government to provide personnel with equipment to tackle insecurity in the country. Commander Kata made the call during a Thanksgiving and invocation service with Archbishop Maji Jonathan in Abuja. Our correspondent Topsy Gimba has the details.
The commandant of Nigerian Forestry Security Service is led by Commander Bawa Kyauta. Said forestry security is resilient to protecting the country's forests and to flush out non-state actors using forests as their safe haven. He said the personnel are capable and ready to engage any group in the forest. He appealed to the government to provide them with right equipment to tackle the menace. He appealed to the National Assembly to push for a strong legislation to support their work,
which are being governed with armed forces with the three. We have the Army, we have the Navy, and also they have the Air Force. Now, every person have his duty to be shared. So we are saying that Nigerian Forest, we don't have any clash with everything because our work is well spelled out. So we are appealing to the federal government that if mandate is being understood and be given on to us, our men will add more to do more with whatever the federal government have been given in the lines of security.
The General Overseer Worldwide Springs Resource Center and Chief Host Archbishop Magaji Jonathan thanked the personnel to lay down their lives for us to live. He thanked the Tinubu-led administration for the establishment of the forest guards. He said soon peace will be restored in our communities. He eulogized the commander of his good work.
The nation is being surrounded by so many security challenges. And like we have always said, for so many years, this nation had been subjected to a lot of security ridicule. And like we heard, everybody has been looking forward to see many more security outfits coming in that could assist the locals to be secured, knowing well that the federal security sometimes are always incapacitated because of some factors. So when they called us that they were coming to give God thanks in anticipation of the final accent of the president, we felt privileged. We felt honored.
Many spoke on the occasion.
So it can never be enough. And these ones are special trained. So that's why, and if you watch their act, they say they are to collaborate with the Nigerian police and other security agencies on ground. And that's why we are giving them all the support that we need, we should give them. Because it is a welcome idea. And if you watch, it's a presidential initiative. It is a presidential initiative. The federal government is involved, the state government are involved, stakeholders are involved, Office of the NSA are coordinating, the Ministry of Environment, so you can see that it's all affairs business. And that's why there is nothing other than giving them the support.
Topsy Gimba, reporting for Aso Television News.
The Managing Director, Ministry of Finance Incorporated, Dr. Armstrong Takang, has disclosed that all is set for the 2026 Murphy Excellence Awards, which aims to promoting transparency, accountability, and good governance across federal government-owned enterprises. A statement signed by the Murphy Chief, Dr. Armstrong Takang, acknowledged that the Murphy Excellence Awards are a culmination of the ministry's efforts to establishing a robust governance framework aligned with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's economic reform agenda. It added that the Murphy Corporate Governance Scorecard, launched in April 2025, provides the foundation for evaluating board and management teams against global standards of transparency and risk management. According to the statement, the awards will recognize institutions that demonstrate exceptional governance, discipline, and performance, reinforcing the notion that good governance is not optional. The Murphy Excellence Awards marks a structural shift in how Nigeria manages public enterprises, where transparency is mandated, compliance is measured, and institutional outcomes remain the ultimate measure of fiscal discipline. Nigeria's Debt Management Office, DMO, has said that the introduction of long-term government bonds, Sukuk, and green bonds has helped to open Nigeria's domestic capital market to more borrowers, including private companies and state governments. The DMO made this known by accepting an award at the 2025 Made of Nigeria Awards organized by the Nigerian Exchange Group, where it received the special recognition for Capital Market Excellence Fixed Income Award. According to the DMO, these funding instruments have made it easier for different sectors of the economy to raise long-term funds locally rather than relying heavily on short-term borrowing or foreign loans. The office explained that its consistent issuance of federal government of Nigeria securities, along with the use of global best practices, has helped to build trust and confidence in the country's debt market. It noted that the growth of Nigeria's fixed income market has provided investors with more options while supporting government efforts to finance infrastructure and development projects in a sustainable way. The DMO added that it would continue to work with key players in the financial market to deepen the fixed income space and make Nigeria debt instruments more attractive to both local and international investors. The office said it remains committed to rolling out new initiatives and strengthening collaboration with stakeholders to move Nigeria's fixed income securities market to a higher level. This latest award marks the third year in a row that the Debt Management Office has received recognition for excellence in the capital market, having won similar honors in 2023 and 2024. And that story brings us to the end of the Aso Briefing for today. Many thanks for watching. I am Richard Alechinwanyebe.